Okay guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the JJPRO P200, and this is a almost ready to fly X-style quadcopter, spins 5-inch propellers, and all you really need is your radio and receiver. It comes in this pretty cool box. Gearbest also sent me some of these camo props, and we'll take a look at those too. Here's some of the specs that are on the box if you guys want to pause the video. So we get some pretty cool instructions here. So I'm pretty excited about this model. It comes with a lot of really high-end components, and from what I've seen, it flies really well and very fast. Comes with Emax 2205 2300 kV red bottom motors and some Emax Lightning ESCs. So it should perform really well. Let me go ahead and get everything out of the box here. So it comes in this nice foam padding, very well packaged, so it's not going to be damaged in shipping. Get your quad. Get a little B3 charger here for 2S and 3S batteries. Power cord. This is the battery. And I think it only comes with a 3-cell, not a 4-cell. Okay, so we get a JJPRO 1500 mAh 3-cell battery with an XD60 connector, and looks like they throw in a battery strap as well. Looks like they throw in a circular polarized antenna. I believe this is right-hand polarized. They include 4 blue of the camo props. And actually, here's another set. So they give you 2 sets, so you get 4 blue, or so you get 8 blue camo props. Here's some more extra parts here. Some zip ties. Get a couple of these carbon fiber wrenches for holding the motor bells when you want to change your propellers. Some extra nylon lock nuts for the motors. Okay, let's take a closer look at the quad itself. It's a 200 size quad, so it'll spin 5-inch propellers, and it's probably going to be very fast for this particular configuration. It's not a typical X style where everything's stacked on top of each other. Normally you see the camera stacked on top of the flight controller here. This is sort of a little bit offset, kind of like the QAVX. So the highlight of this model is the Emax 2205 2300 kV motors, and these should be quite powerful. We've got some Emax 20 amp ESCs here. These are the Lightning ones, and I believe that I've seen some other videos like the one from UAV Futures where he had some issues flashing these with BL Heli. And I will make a separate video on how to flash these with BL Heli and also for multi-shot as well. So look for that, and I definitely know how to do that. So if you guys are looking to get the maximum amount of performance out of this quad, look for that video because you're going to need to flash your ESCs to do that. So it looks like we have a PDB here that is also structural as well. You can see we have a couple standoffs here that screw into the PDB here. I'm not sure if I like that too much, because if you have a hard enough impact you might crack the PDB at this point here, especially anything that hits the top here will put a lot of stress on this particular portion of the board, although there doesn't seem to be anything attached at that particular point. But you can see there's some pads over here on the other side. And yeah, so you probably don't want any cracks in here. If anything, it'll crack probably at this joint right here and over here by the buzzer. Assuming that there's no electrical components in the PDB part in this section, it probably wouldn't be catastrophic. But yeah, I don't think I would want that to crack there. Looking at it from this side, you can see that the PDB is also structural. That it's sandwiching the arms between the PDB and this bottom structural support. Yeah, let's get some couple of measurements here. I think these are 4mm arms. Let's double check that. Actually, these are 3.5. Is that right? Yeah. So actually, these are 3.5mm arms. So let's see how strong they are in terms of being able to hold up to crashes. This bottom plate here comes in at about 1.7. Kind of hard to get in there to measure that. Yeah, it actually comes in at 1.5. So this one, so you got a 3.5mm arm with a 1.5mm bottom plate, and this PDB probably looks like about a little like around 1.5 as well. Let's see if I can grab it from the front here. Yeah, so the PDB is about 1.5 as well. And this top plate, and it looks like the top plate comes in at about 2mm. So as I mentioned before, this is an almost ready to fly. So you got everything except for your receiver. So you got a flight controller there. You got this is a CMOS camera at 800 TV lines, and we got a video transmitter. And it's should be 40 channels. Let's see here. See, it says it's 48 channels right there. And you got an XT60 connector back here along with some LEDs. I am not sure if those are programmable or not, but I'll find out. Your battery will go on the bottom. Probably gonna have to add some sticky stuff here on the bottom to grip the battery so it doesn't slide around. Plus, you don't want that hitting these screws and putting dents in your lipo. But it does have a little bit of a carbon plate here in the bottom to protect the battery in case of a ground impact, so that's good. There should be a camera mount included here. Let me look at that little bag and get that out. Okay, so I got the camera mount partially assembled here and stuck in these slots right there on the top. And as you can see, there's these little hooks right here where you push it down and then slide it forward, and it's supposed to lock into place, but you need to make sure that these screws on the side are tight, otherwise it'll just easily slide back again. And if it slides back here, HD camera is going to fly away. I'm not so sure this is such a great idea. I think what you might want to do is, in addition to making sure the screws are tight, to prevent this from sliding back, I would suggest putting a zip tie in here in this little space, and then just cutting off the excess, and then it won't slide back with the plastic zip tie, preventing it from moving. So I would do that on one on each side in the back here so that it stays locked in place. The angle of this mount is adjustable. You can see here this adjusts from, I think it's from 30 degrees to 45 degrees. That's what the instructions say. So if you want to raise it up, that's a 30 degree camera angle, and all the way down, that's a 45 degree camera angle. Probably just going to keep it all the way down at the bottom because I want to go fast. In the back here, we have a little window for your video transmitter to show your bands and channels, and also a little button here for making those changes. So the antenna on here is an SMA antenna for the video transmitter, and they include an SMA antenna here with the center pin. As you can see, the center pin is on the antenna itself, which means it's an SMA antenna. And they include these motor guards here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them on. They do protect the motors from getting dinged up, but at the same time it does make the attaching of the motors, or attaching of the propellers, somewhat difficult. So they do include these wrenches for attaching to the motor here, so it actually goes into these grooves in these red bottom motors, but you can't get to it from the side. You have to go from the top down, and then it'll lock in, and then you can hold the bell so that it doesn't rotate. So I think it'll be okay for these two-bladed propellers that are included, but not sure how well this will work for three-bladed propellers. Go ahead and we'll demonstrate these propellers here. These are the props that come with their 5046 bullnose. So probably going to draw lots of amps and provide plenty of power. Not going to be so great for efficiency. But as you can see here, for a two-blade propeller, getting this wrench on here shouldn't be a problem. Just slide the wrench on like so, like that, and then put your prop on, and then grab your nut. It's this one. And you grab the other wrench, and then you can now put on the prop like this. And so for a two-bladed propeller, this should be fine. I think we're going to have some problems with a three-bladed propeller, getting this tool in here to hold the bell. In which case, if I decide to go to three-bladed prop later, I'm probably going to take these motor guards off at that point, just because changing propellers is going to be so much more difficult. Okay, I'm gonna power this on. I want to see what the video camera quality is like. So let's see here. Okay, the buzzer is extremely loud and very annoying, so I just turned the volume off for the that portion of the video, and I'll have obviously more camera footage when I actually go fly this. For the next video, I'm going to do a complete beta flight flashing and configuration here, and also a separate video on the ESC flashing, if you guys want to do ESC flashing on this one to get your maximum performance out of this particular model. So I'm not going to bother flying it in the stock configuration with clean flight, because I already know that it's okay, but not really that optimal. So I'm going to try and get this as optimal as I possibly can before I maiden it, and do a couple more videos on how to do that, and then we'll have a flight video. So stay tuned for those on my channel, and I will talk to you guys pretty soon.